What's up, reefers? Welcome back to Ash's channel. You guys might be wondering where did I go. My apology. I did took a little bit of break because we are going through the month of Ramadan, where we fast from the sunrise to the sunset, and this is a very hectic month for us. Hence, I took a little bit of break. If you hear at the back end some kind of talking, it's my parrot Yusuf, so please excuse me and excuse him. He wouldn't keep quiet. This is the time for him to talk. So let's get back to reefing. In my tank, I have added some more livestock. As you see, the trio of the fairy wrasses. The one of my favorite is the orange back fairy wrasse. I added a male. The way how you can tell it's a male is it has a blue color underneath. The second wrasse that I added is the Solaris fairy wrasse as well, which has the opposite coloration as the orange back fairy wrasse. And then I also added my favorite, the yellow chorus fairy wrasse. The tank has been doing really very well, pretty much taking care of itself. I must say I'm in love with this all-in-one systems. The way how things are all, you don't have to worry about plumbing or anything, and everything is at the back of the tank, and yet the parameters are very stable, so much so that I'm actually able to grow SPS in this tank, which is only 2 to 2.5 months old. What you see at the back there is a 2-spot blenny. I also like this fish very much, which was also added recently. She constantly disturbs the sand bed and kind of make my tank into a dust storm sometimes, but I like it. I like the fish personality, and also what it does is it releases the food into the water column. What you see here is the female platinum tubercula, and at the back end you will see the male. Seems like these guys are divorced, but nonetheless, I'm just joking. They are always together, and they apparently have decided to host my Australian elegance right here. It will be just a couple of days ago, my mom said that where is that black and white fish which is missing, and I'm like, okay, well, let me move the elegance, and there it was, the true percula male. In terms of coral, I have added some frags just to see. What you are looking at is the forest fire digitata. Right below is a small little frag of setosa. The forest fire digitata is showing some signs of growth. I see some white tips coming out of it, but I haven't seen the yellowish greenish hue that it shows on their tips. Here is the banded starfish that came from my previous tank. He's almost 2 years old. I also have another one, which is a serpent starfish. He's also 2 years old as well. They were both added together, and the feet literally stretches all over the tank sometimes. What you're looking at is the fighting sconch, which also keeps my sand well oxygenated. And here is the blue, the ribbon gorgonian that also came from my tank. The fishes, I really love the way how the wrasses add flow to your tank. They are just so colorful, and constantly working on the rock work, constantly come in the forefront. Now, as you see, when I'm trying to record the video, the orange back constantly just keeps coming in the front and glancing me once in a while. The Solaris, as usual, it seems like he's a male as well, because he has the orange top on his head. So I think I got lucky. I got male for the orange back as well as the Solaris. And anything else in terms of the corals, they are all happy. As you can see, I do not see any issue. So far I have yet to lose any coral that I have added to the tank, touch wood. So I'm happy with the way how the tank has progressed very well. So in addition to the other fishes, I also added a pair of pajama cardinal over the time. They are doing exceptionally well. And right on the sand bed, as you can see, is my two-spot blenny, and he's a bit camera shy. As soon as I go down to recording, he just turns around, goes back, and starts doing his stuff, cleaning the sand bed. I like the way how his personality is, the way how he swims, kind of like a balloon which goes up in the air and then goes back down. The flow to the tank is still being provided by my Coral Box QP5 pumps. There are two that I have installed in this tank. These are byproducts of Jebao. Jebao owns Coral Box, and these were engineered in Germany. There is practically no noise to these pumps, and I'm really amazed the power these pumps generate and provide the flow in the tank. Especially when you have a small tank, you got to make sure that all the detritus is being blown into the water column and consumed either by your fishes or corals, and whatever is remaining is carried into the overflow box, which is what these pumps do the job for me. In this clip you will see another frag of the forest fire digitata. Now this is the frag from the colony of my old tank. This frag pretty much went through a lot and still survived, and as you can see, you already see the yellowish coloration on its tips, and it's growing well. So looks like it's the light. They pretty much needs more light to provide that coloration on the tips. So I'm kind of experimenting with between this frag and the another one to see if it is the light that makes this coral bring that coloration on its tips. Down below here is a small little chalice frag that was given to me by one of my fellow reefer. When I started 2.5 months ago, it was just one eye. It has now grown into 3 eyes, so that tells me it's growing. I have yet to pick up a rainbow chalice from the same friend. My Blaster Musa colony is doing great. It's a low light coral and a very hardy LPS. Right here is a frag or a mini colony that came from my old tank as well. It's Season's Greeting Monty, showing its red polyps. It's amazing, I never saw this red polyps into my 150 gallon system of this coral, but yet in my 50 gallon it's showing me the nice red tips. What you're looking at now is a small little frag of the speckled Krakatoa zoa. These are considered to be some of the high-end zoas, and so I bought a small little polyp from a local vendor here in Toronto, and I already see a couple of more heads growing under the main polyp, which is a woot happy news for me. Right here is a couple of frags of my rainbow acants. Someone told me that the acants lose their rainbow coloration under LEDs, and if they are under T5 then they keep their rainbow coloration, so definitely on my agenda to experience that as well. Here it is a bonsai colony that came from my old tank, and this colony also holds a small little acrofrag that lives in it. So overall, the tank has again been doing very well. I'm very happy. I'm enjoying the tank with literally, zero maintenance on this tank, apart from feeding the fishes during the day couple of times, and doing my water changes, which takes not more than 10 minutes once a weekend. I do not disturb the sandbed. I like to keep the sandbed the way it is. There is a lot of microfauna that lives in the sandbed, and I just like to leave them the way how it is. Here is a small little frag that came from my friend's tank. His name is Amro. I will leave a link to his channel. It's an electric Miyagi tort. You can see the coloration of the colony in his tank. Exceptionally beautiful, beautiful coral. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for allowing me to present my tank to you, and also thanks for you guys to stay along for this such a long video, and to bear with me for my absence for quite some time as well. Things have been very busy lately, trying to set up this tank as well as at the home front as well. But nonetheless, I'm enjoying the tank. The tank's progressing well, and until my next video, happy reefing. I'll leave the last couple of footings with the tank. Take care and happy reefing. Peace.